Hello everyone. Throughout my years of Roblox, the group recruiting plaza has always been there alongside me. Whether it be to troll by recruiting for a roleplay faction and passing it off as a war clan, or to join a politically and morally questionable group, or just a sword fight in the arena, it was always there. But lurking in the shadows, just off the ring of recruiting booths, was a portal to another world. Walking through that 50% transparent baby blue colored plastic brick transported you to a world of knowledge. A cultural mecca of science, storytelling, and learning. That world was the Roblox Library. Over thousands of books are cataloged here, but only the best are featured at the front of the building. These books include the timeless masterpiece, Trump Buys Roblox, whose esoteric writing may turn away those who lack the required intellect to make it through the 6 pages of one of the most intriguing, philosophical masterpieces of the century. Next to Trump Buys Roblox is of course Roblox the Economy Sim, which is 10 pages of economic theory written by a 12th grader. The most topical book, though, is the book titled How to Survive a Nuclear Attack. Moving further in, you will find that the library is divided into sections by genre. However, there are only 2 sections which I argue are the best. That first section is history. As you'd expect for a game whose population has many young and sophisticated armchair historians, there are some real gems here, such as the ranks of the Algemene SS, which is only 1 shelf over from the history of manga. Above these 2 books, though, is Panzer I, an underrated Panzer, and a shelf over is Tank Records, The Forgotten Tiger, which is for some reason the only book in the Tank Records series. On the other side of the shelf is the classic book, The Manual of German Tanks and Tank Destroyers, 1933 to 1945. Now, you may be asking, my guy, what could possibly top books written by wereaboos? The politics section. Obviously, the people who make the best political commentators are not people who have majored in political science, but Roblox players who can't even vote. Arguably the best book of this genre is How to Live an ANCAP Life. A close second to this, though, is Federalist number 29, Analytical Review, which is a 26-page analysis of some old-ass paper from the 1700s. Immediately across the library, though, is a section of forbidden fruit, a thing that makes even the most hardened Roblox Library veterans shudder. The fanfiction section. This is the Wattpad of Roblox, and every Wattpad wouldn't be complete without Hunger Games fanfiction. Fortunately, the Roblox library is not lacking. You can choose from the 20-page fanfiction about Katniss and Peeta after the books, or the 5-book series. Yes, series! Unfortunately, the fanfiction genre here is really lacking in Reader X character stories, particularly Reader X Rentosica books. I also would have liked to see an adaptation of the Wattpad classic, Anime Girl Smash or Pass. Fortunately, the absolute magnum opus of the Roblox library is only a few shelves down, a book which stands alongside Don Quixote, Crime and Punishment, and The Divine Comedy for some of the best pieces ever made. This is, of course, Red Poop Man. While only 2 pages long, this human drama reveals much about the human condition and the heart in conflict with itself. A highly recommended read. After reading many books of the library, I feel that I myself need to write my own story to be added alongside these legendary books. The question I asked myself now was, what do I write? I had many ideas for what I could do. Perhaps I could add my own questionable book to the politics section, or a book related to wartime Germany for the history section. No, these had been done before. I had to do something else. Maybe my own Anime Girl Smash or Pass. That would not work either. No, that would not do. Maybe something normal, like a book on hiking. No one wants to read about hiking. And then, it hit me. Many years ago, when my guy was my boy, I wrote a short story inspired by After the Flash and published it to the role-playing forum on Roblox. Unfortunately, because my boy was 12 and his only reading and writing experience came from Magic Treehouse books and Roblox role-playing, it was not that great, and certainly not received well. But it did not matter. My boy's dream of his story being published would come true. After several minutes of clicking through my awful forum post history, I found it. It was rough, and needed a title, but it would do. With my idea done, and book conveniently already written 7 years ago, I quickly typed up the document and submitted it. I'll update everyone in the comments if After the Blast Armageddon gets published into the library, as I'm sure everyone is anxious to hear. The Roblox Library is a very cool place which gives many people an outlet to express themselves creatively, and I encourage everyone to go and check it out.
The wind in the wires made a tattletale sound, and the wave broke over the railing. And every man knew, as the captain did too, 'twas the witch of November come stealing. The dawn came late and the breakfast had to wait, when the gales of November came slashing. When afternoon came, it was freezing rain, in the face of a hurricane west wind. When supper time came, the